Hello boys and girls, welcome to the Python programming. So in my last lecture, I have discussed about the object-oriented features in a Python programming. So coming to this lecture, in this today's lecture, we will talk about what is a self is, a self keyword is, and next we will talk about the init method, and next we will talk about a class and an instance method, instance variables. So these three things we will discuss in today's lecture. So before jumping into the concept of the self keyword and a init method, now I just want to explain a small Python program using a class. So observe carefully. So this is a sample example. Observe carefully. So the name of my class is a test. The name of my class is a test. Since the name of my class is a test, since it contains a block of statements, I have used a colon here, and followed by these are a block of statements. All these are my block of statements. So observe carefully. Here I have defined one function. I have told you in my last lecture that every function in a Python will start with a keyword that is a def. It started with a keyword def, and next I have written a statement print hello. And coming to the driver code, here in the driver code what I have done is I have created my object. This is known as a object creation. I have created an object. This I am calling it as an object creation. And next, in order to call the class members, I have to use an object as a reference. I have used object as a reference here. With the help of my object, what I have done is I have called my function. As a result, now my output would be hello. This is my output. So this is a sample program. But if you have observed carefully here, there is a one more keyword I have missed while explaining it. So the keyword that I have used here is a self. So this is very, very important. So a self is a keyword which is equivalent to this pointer in C++. That means if you are familiar with a C++ program, whenever the local variable and the variables which are there inside my function definition both are similar, in order to differentiate the local variables and the variables which are there inside my function definition, there I will go with a this keyword. That is the one main usage of this keyword or a this pointer in a CPP, or in order to refer my local address, for that purpose I will go with a this pointer. In the similar way, in my Python, instead of using a this pointer, here I will go with a keyword, and the name of that keyword is a self. So now observe carefully. Practically, I will prove you the importance of practically I will show you the importance of my self keyword. Observe carefully here. Now what I am doing is I am opening my Python interpreter. I will execute my Python program, and I will execute my Python program with self keyword and without self keyword. Now you will decide how the important purpose of using a self keyword. Observe carefully. So this is a Python interpreter. In my Python interpreter, what I am doing is I have opened a new file. Here I am writing my program, class of test colon. Since it consists of a block of statements, that is why a colon is must here. Next, what I am doing is def of function. I have declared one function, and this function consists of a block of statements. That is why again I am using a colon, followed by print of print of hello people, welcome to programming. Hello people, welcome to programming. This is the statement I have written. And next one, I am done with it. My class I have declared, and next one I have used a method inside my class, and now I am interested to call this function. So in order to call this function, my object name is obj, that is equal to, and the name of my class is test. Object creation is done, and next what I have to do is I have to call it. So how to call obj dot of fun. Done with writing, and I am saving my program. I am saving it. Save as. I am saving my program on my desktop. So the name of my program is test.py, and I have saved my program, and now I am running my program. I'll go to the run, and there I'll click a F5. If you have observed carefully here, observe the error. I want all of you to remember this error. Type error. It is saying me that type error. And what is the name of that one? A function. Fun is my user defined function, and my Python interpreter is what it is saying is fun takes 0 positional arguments, but 1 was given. So it is saying me, what it is saying is it has taking in 0 arguments, but it has to be a 1 argument inside my function. So it is saying me like that. So how to rectify this error? So what is the solution to rectify? So observe carefully. So every time whenever you are working with a functions and a class together, the important thing you have to remember here is using often a self keyword here. And observe carefully. Now I have saved my program, and again I am running it. Observe carefully. Run off. And now it has executed. And now it has executed successfully. Hello people, welcome to programming. So observe carefully. So we want to rectify that error. In order to rectify that error, so what I have to do? Observe carefully. I have to use a self keyword here. I have used a self keyword there, and next what I am doing is I am saving my program. I have saved my program, and now I am running it. So observe carefully. Now it has given me the answer, hello people, welcome to the programming. So from this what I can conclude is that it is a must, it is an important thing. It is an important thing. It is an important thing to write a self keyword whenever you are using a class concept in a Python. If you are using a class concept in a Python, and inside this class we are having a methods, and inside that method in the function definition, this I am calling it as a function definition. Inside this function definition, it is a must to write down a keyword, and the name of that keyword is a self. I hope this is clear for you. For example, if you are sending an argument, if you are interested to send an argument, one argument to your function. For example, what I am doing is, inside the function, what I am doing is, I want to send a 2. So, now what I have to do is, along with a self here, what I have to do is, I have to take then a argument x, one more argument x, and observe carefully. What I am doing is print of, I am writing x is equal to x, and now what I am doing is I am saving it, and next one is I am running my module. Sorry, comma, and now I am saving it, And now I am running my program module. And now it has given me the answer, hello people, welcome to programming. And in the next line, it has given me the answer, x is equal to 2. So from this, what I can conclude is that, so the simple conclusion is that, irrespective of, for example, if you are going with a zero argument, so it is mandatory to use a self keyword. If you are using with if you are going with a one argument, then even in that situation also, it is mandatory to use a self here. Or, and coming to the next one, I'll complicate this example a bit. For example, I am interested to pass in a two arguments. This time I want to pass in a string and the name, and I am interested to pass in a Vignan. So what I am doing is, here I am taking a one more argument ch, and what I am doing is print of name is equal to comma ch. Name is equal to ch. I am saving it. I have saved it, and now I want to run my program. Observe carefully, I am running my module. Now observe the output. So in the first line, it has given me the answer, hello people, welcome to programming. And in the second line, it has given me the answer, x is equal to 2. And in the third line, it has given me the name is equal to Vignan. So the program has executed successfully. That doesn't mean I am familiar with a concept. So the concept should be understand clearly. Observe here. So the main point of interest I want to convey here is, irrespective of how many arguments you are using, the very must keyword that you have to use inside a method is a self keyword. This is very, very important term you have to remember. Always make sure you use a self inside my method, irrespective of how many arguments you are using. So this is one of the main important thing. And coming back to our discussion, so observe carefully. So the self, coming to the self, observe carefully, coming to the self, a class method must have an extra first parameter in a method definition. We do not give a value for this parameter. When we call the method, Python provides it. So in that, coming to the second one, if we have a method which takes a no argument, then we still have to have one argument, that is the self. And the last statement is, this is similar to this pointer in a C++. So this is very important term we have to remember. That is, the self is a must, and when we have to pass, even though there is a 0 arguments, even though there is a 1 argument, even though there is a 2 arguments or a n number of arguments, the default keyword I have to use here is self. Coming to the next important thing, that is the init method. So the init method is similar to a constructor in a C++. So what is the importance of a constructor in a C++? So constructor will automatically called whenever I create an object. That means the moment I create an object, the constructor will be automatically invoked. So here also in Python, instead of a constructor, here I have to use one predefined keyword, and the name of that keyword is underscore underscore init underscore underscore. So this is a method. Whenever you want to invoke a constructor, this is the keyword I have to use. Observe this in a sample example clearly. I have taken one class, and the name of that class is a person, and inside I have defined a function def, and I have defined a constructor, and here I have used a self keyword, and then I have used a name. And next one, what I have done is, in the next line, self.name is equal to name. I'll explain you. And coming to the next one is, I have written a one more method, and the name of that method is say underscore hi self. And next one, what I have done is print hello, my name is self.name. And here what I have done is I created a object P is equal to person. Inside this what I have done is I have passed a argument. Inside this what I have done is I have passed an argument Vignan. So what happens is this Vignan will be passed into here the name, and what I have done is I have given this name to a new variable that is in a name, and the address of this one is different from the address of this one. The two addresses are different. And next one what I have done is def say underscore hi. In the function definition I have passed a self. So I have sent this address here. I have passed the value there. And in the next line what I have done is print hello, my name is self.name. So what I have done is what are the name inside a self.name that will be printed. As a result, now my output is hello, my name is Vignan. Is it clear? So this is the main importance of using a init method. So init is nothing but a constructor. If you want without any intervention, without any invoking, if I want to directly access a method, then I'll go with a underscore init underscore. So this is all about the init method. So observe carefully, the init method is similar to constructor in a C++ and Java. It is run as soon as an object of a class is instantiated. That means whenever I create an object, the moment the memory will be created, the moment the constructor will be automatically invoked. So that is the meaning of this line. And coming to the third point, the method is useful to do any initialization you want to do with your object. Automatic initialization can be done here. So observe carefully, I want to practically execute this program and I want to practically show you the working of the init method here. So observe carefully. I'm opening my Python interpreter. I'm using my Python interpreter. So observe carefully. I'm using my Python interpreter. I have defined a one class of test, and coming to here, what I have done is what I am doing is I am using constructor here. So for that underscore init underscore I have used an init here, and next one what I am doing is I am removing all these things, and next one what I am doing is I am passing inside my object. Observe carefully. So what we have to do is we have to write down a small statement, that is by using an object as a reference, I have to invoke a method that is say underscore hi. Observe carefully, I have written the statement and now I have saved my program and now I am running it. So run module. So now it has given me the answer, hello, my name is Stephen. So in my earlier execution, what I have done is I have not invoked a method that is say underscore hi with my object. Even though my constructor is automatically invoked, due to that my output are not visible, but now I have invoked a method that is a say underscore hi. Inside that method there is a print function. Inside my print function I have used my statement, that is where now it has shown me the answer. I hope this is clear for you, how a constructor works in a Python. And coming back to a normal execution, coming back to the normal execution, yeah. So I hope this is clear for you how a init method or a constructor works in a Python. So coming to the next thing is how to create an empty class. So yes, it is possible to create an empty class in Python. So in order to create an empty class in Python, what I have to do is write down the name of your class followed by using a keyword that is a pass. Whenever you are using a keyword pass, that means my Python interpreter, what it does is it will assume that the user has created an empty class. Happily, you can even work with an empty class as well. So that's all for today. So coming to the assignment questions. In the assignment questions, I want all of you to note it down. So the first assignment question I want all of you to note it down is write a short note on self keyword. Write a short note on a self keyword with example. And coming to the second assignment question is explain in detail about underscore init underscore method in Python. So note it down these two questions. I want all of you to work out on these two examples and make sure you explain me this question with an example. With a small example. So that's all for today. So in my coming to my next lectures, I'll talk about the various object-oriented programming features in a Python. That's all for today. Thank you. Thank you so much.